Did Marco Polo really discover the largest contiguous landmass in the world? Did he find a way to get from China to Italy without going over or around the world's oceans? The idea is preposterous, yet his description of the journey has survived for centuries. Historians know him as the famous Venetian merchant, explorer and writer who traveled to Asia along the Silk Road during the 13th century. He returned to Venice with tales of his adventures and an enormous fortune, making him one of the richest men in Europe. His story was thought to be nothing more than a fantastical myth until recently, when new evidence surfaced, revealing the truth behind the legend. Welcome to our channel. And today, let's explore whispers of the Silk Road, tales of lost travelers. Historians have long debated the validity of Marco Polo's account of his travels to Asia. Published in the Travels of Marco Polo, many believe that it was a complete fabrication by the Venetian, while others argue that it is an accurate record of his adventures. Historians have come to a consensus that Marco Polo did indeed travel to Asia, but many still debate whether he made it all the way to China and back without circumnavigating the globe. Some scholars even claim that his journey was merely a flight of fancy, a product of his overactive imagination. However, recent discoveries have shed new light on this enduring mystery. An international team of archaeologists and historians have uncovered evidence that suggests that Marco Polo may have actually traveled along the ancient Silk Road, connecting Europe and Asia through Central Asia. The Silk Road was a network of trade routes that facilitated the exchange of goods and ideas between the East and the West during the 13th century. It was along this route that Marco Polo is believed to have traveled, bringing back with him treasures from the Far East, including spices, silks, and precious stones. However, there is more to Marco Polo's story than just trade. According to his writings, he had a rather unconventional mode of transportation. He described how he and his companions rode on the backs of elephants, which they had trained to carry loads of up to 6,000 pounds. This method of transport would have been much faster than the traditional pack animals used by most travelers of the time, such as horses or camels. But the question remains, did Marco Polo really ride elephants from China to Italy? The answer, it seems, lies in the recently discovered archaeological evidence. In a remote region of Kazakhstan, a team of researchers uncovered the remnants of an ancient elephant stable dating back to the 13th century. This discovery has provided strong evidence that elephants were present in Central Asia during the time period in which Marco Polo traveled. Furthermore, the excavation revealed elephant bones with distinct Asian characteristics, suggesting that they were not native to the region but had been brought in from much farther east. But the evidence doesn't end there. Researchers also found traces of mahout, the ancient term for elephant riders, indicating that these majestic creatures were not only present in the area, but were also being used as beasts of burden, carrying heavy loads on their backs. This discovery has led many scholars to believe that Marco Polo's account of riding elephants from China to Italy is likely true. In fact, some experts even suggest that the Venetian may have traveled further east than previously thought, perhaps as far as India. This would explain why he described the elephants as having distinct Asian characteristics, as well as why he referred to the local people as Indians. However, other scholars remain skeptical, arguing that the elephant stable and mahout remains could have been part of a much larger ancient civilization that predated Marco Polo's travels. Nevertheless, this discovery has shed new light on the mysteries surrounding the legendary traveler and his incredible journey. It has shown that elephants were present in Central Asia during the 13th century and that they were being used as a means of transportation. While there is still much debate surrounding Marco Polo's travels, one thing is certain: his story will continue to fascinate and inspire explorers for centuries to come. What do you think? You believe that Marco Polo really traveled to China and back? Or do you think that his journey was merely a product of his imagination? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more exciting tales of history's greatest explorers. Until next time, happy exploring.